Welcome to day 6 of this 21-day live streaming challenge that I've been doing. If you're new here, I'm SHANiA, and I am a self-taught seamstress, and I have a channel that focuses on, for now anyway, it focuses on DIY sewing tutorials, and the tutorials are sometimes things from scratch, and sometimes they are things that are upcycled. As I mentioned, I am doing a 21-day live stream challenge, and really the purpose of it is to get comfortable with live streaming and talking to an audience, and just also kind of figuring out what works for me in terms of content. So yeah, I already feel myself getting more comfortable with time, so that's great for me. If you joined me yesterday, I started working on some shorts that I upcycled, and guess what? Those shorts were actually these. Let me see if I can bring them closer. These were shorts that I thrifted for $5, and they were actually super big. I'm gonna show you how big they were because I still have the back part. These shorts were this big. I have to back up for you to see the full extent. The shorts were this big, huge. And initially my thinking was like, okay, I'm going to just add a waistband. Sorry, not a waistband. I'm just gonna add elastic inside of the waistband, like along here, and just kind of gather the waist, and then have the rest of the, sorry, I feel so let me start again. So my plan was, I don't want to cut anything. I want to keep the shorts exactly as they are, but I want them to look like a skirt. In order for me to do that, I'm going to put a elastic in the waistband, and then the waist will be fitted and gathered, and then the bottom will look like kind of like a skirt, right? That was the plan. And last night when I was live streaming, I did just that. So let's see if I can show you. I inserted the elastic here, you can see. But what happened was, when I tried it on, it was not giving. It basically was only gathered like on one side, and then the other side wasn't gathered, and it was uneven. And looking at it when I had it on, I was like, you know what? It's not just because this is uneven that it's not working. It's also not working because of how thick this denim is, right? Like, the denim is thick on its own, but then when it's gathered, it's even thicker. So it just made it look like a skirt that was too big for me, and I didn't like it. So then I was like, okay, plan B. My plan B was, okay, I'll just take the elastic out, and then I'll just cut the shorts along the sides so that, you see, it's already looking tighter, right? I would cut the shorts along, take out the waistband, cut the shorts along the side, and then just have them as like regular like pom-pom shorts, right? That was the plan. When I went to take out the elastic, for the first part, for the front part, it was fine, right? You can see it's flat again. But when I went to take out the elastic for the back of the shorts, which is what this is, the stitches were so tight that I I just struggled with getting the elastic out. So I ended up like ripping the bottom. And at first when I ripped it, it was just a little bit. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll just cut off that part that's ripped. But then it became this. And I was like, that's too much for me to put, you know what I mean? Like, if I have to cut this amount, it's not gonna fully cover my butt. So now, flashback to today, or not flashback, but flash forward to today, my new plan now is to make it a skirt. So I've kind of like pinned this into place because this is basically the idea that I have. I have to cut some excess off because I just folded it. But that's where I'll be cutting. But this is the vision I have for the front. Again, because this back is not enough fabric, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take this leather skirt that my grandma gave me, this vintage leather skirt, and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to separate the front and the back. I'm going to separate the front and the back. I'm going to turn this into like the same length as this, and then I'm going to use the back of this skirt for the back of this skirt. And then this right here is where the legs separated for the shorts. And it was actually like I folded it to make it neater, but I'm just gonna sew there so that it's like down in place and it has that like V style opening. And then just attach this back part, the back part of this leather skirt to the back of this. That's my plan C. So I do have work at 9. So I'm just gonna work until it's time for me to sign off. I wanted to show you guys too, these are the boots that I plan on wearing. Let me just turn another light on, hold on. That's better. These are the boots that I plan on wearing with this outfit. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think it's a look or not. In the meantime, I'm gonna get working on this skirt. I think I'm just gonna start by cutting it straight away. I'll cut it straight away, and then after that, then I'll like size it. And this skirt had like a lining in it. But I cut the lining yesterday. There's still some parts of the lining remaining, like here, for example. But and this thing is real leather. Like I can smell it. I can actually smell it. So yeah, I'm not gonna be like precise about it. Like normally I would like take out the seams, but with this, I'm just gonna cut where the seams are. Just get rid of this lining. If you're here watching me, let me know where you're watching from. Is it the morning for you as well? For me, it's like 8:49. I have 10 minutes before I have to sign off. I spent all that time talking. Chatty patty. Alright, so now I'm just going to cut along the seam. I kind of want to cut down the middle of the seam rather than on the side of the seam. So I'm going to try to do that. This leather is no joke. It's like actual quality. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. I might not even have to cut anything. Look at that. Yes. The stitches are naturally popping along the seam. Oh, that's excellent. Okay, so now I'm up to the waistband. And there's a bunch of lining fabric here. So I think I'm gonna cut this lining. I don't want to cut too much because some of the lining is part of the waistband. So I would like to keep that. Okay. Great, I'm just gonna cut it. Ooh, jeez, it's hard. My goodness, that is quality leather. Okay, I did it. I did it, y'all. I did it. So we have the front part here, which had the zippers, and then this is the back part. So I'm just going to separate it where the seam is. Hopefully it'll go as smoothly as it just went. That was awesome. Can she do it again? Can she do it again? Yes, she can. Let me put the scissors down. Yes, she can do it again. Oh, no, she cannot. Oh, thank God. It's the front that ripped. Look at that. It teared. But it's the front part, so I don't need that. I'm not going to, like, do that anymore. I'm just going to cut it. I'm just going to cut it. Or maybe go back to that seam. Okay, just gonna cut it. Woo! Okay, this is the front. I'll probably use this for something else. I was thinking a bucket hat, or maybe like a bustier or something, or a corset. But this is the back part that I need. So the next step is to, let me just like, there's still some of the front on this. So, you know what, it doesn't matter because that's gonna get cut anyway. All right, so the next step is to shorten it so that it's the same length as the front of the skirt. So I think what I want to do is actually pin it. I'm going to show you guys. She's naked. I want to pin it onto the dress form because you always got to account for the booty bump. Right? I can pin it on to the dress form. Damn, it's so thick that like the pin is like barely going through. Oh look, but that's too low. Oh crap. I think I have to do like more than one pin at a time. Okay. You guys still see? Hey Killa, good morning. Is that leather? Yeah, it's leather. I literally just cut it, but this was a long leather vintage skirt. And I was explaining that those shorts that I was working on yesterday, remember, I know you were here yesterday, so remember how I was planning on turning the shorts into like a gathered waist, like set of shorts? Like I wanted to just leave it the same. Well, what ended up happening last night after I got disconnected was when I gathered the waist, it was just too bulky. And so I had tried taking out the elastic from the waistband, but then what happened with that is the shorts ripped because I was being very aggressive. The shorts ripped, and so I came up with a new plan to make a skirt out of the shorts instead. So I wasn't able to salvage the back of the shorts, so that's why I'm using this leather skirt, and this is actually going to be the back. The front will look like this. Obviously, I'm going to cut this leather skirt to be shorter. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm just working on kind of lining this up so that I can understand how short I need to cut this leather skirt. And the thing is, because this is leather, I don't think I'm gonna hem it. And I think that's also okay because of the fact that like the style of the shorts was like that frayed edge. So I feel like not hemming the leather will also kind of align with that theme of like a raw edge, a raw hem. I know I'm gonna have to add some darts for sure, because my waist is smaller than this actual skirt. Okay, so the sides are lined up. Let's see what you guys say. Hey, that actually will look cool. Yeah, I think so too. Hey, what kind of skirt are you making right now? I just turned in live. Hey, Energy Control, nice to meet you, if you're still here. So the skirt is going to be like this in the front. These were shorts. I don't know if you can tell by this like part here, but this is where like the opening of the shorts, like where the legs were separated, like here. I am going to like sew this down into place. And then now I'm just working on adding this panel, this leather panel as the back. So I have it lined up somewhat to the front. So now I'm literally just gonna like, I don't know, I'm just gonna like make a mark and cut it. I do want this to be straight, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just make a mark right here. So I made a mark on the fabric. I don't know if you guys can see that. So what I'm gonna do now is take it off, take the fabric off, and then I'm just going to extend that mark all the way across the bottom of the skirt so that I can make sure that I'm actually drawing a straight line. Let's see if I can show you guys. So the mark is here. And I'm just going to lay this down. I want to do it on the table, so let's go to the table. Okay, you guys can see me kind of ish. You can kind of see me. All right, you can't see the skirt, but just trust that it's here. Okay? Okay. What time is it? 8:59. Oh, I gotta go. This is kind of perfect anyway. All right, I'm gonna go. I know I just saw some new people join me. If you were new here joining me, I was working on this skirt. I was starting to map this out, and I really was just starting to work on the back because she's buttless, she's butt out. But if I don't finish today, then I'll come back tomorrow. And maybe on Sunday I'll come and show you the final look because the outfit is actually going to be for a birthday party on Sunday. So I think on Sunday I'll probably do like a get ready with me and show you guys like how it came out. But until then, thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you guys have an amazing Friday, an amazing weekend. And I'll see you guys later. Ciao.